everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, volume number 9.
Love these covers and how they feature the Sailor Scouts inners and outers. I hear they're actually coming out with a new set, but these are always going to be something special. Of course, you've got beautiful illustrations. And this volume special, it kind of shows the dreams of the high school girls and how that kind of conflicts with their reincarnated personas as scouts. Of course, we get the beautiful illustrations of the scouts in their eternal forms. It's amazing. We return to where Mamoru has the black rose in his heart and the girls Usagi and Chibiusa have switched. So it's kind of a gag joke that they've switched. Usagi always envies Chibiusa and Chibiusa always envies Usagi. But the focus is the lives of the inner Sailor Scouts. We get to see Amy's mom, who is a doctor and has taken care of Mamo. And just look how pretty Chibiusa is. Like volume number 8 because you see how influential the outer scouts have been at mentoring the inners, and it's something we don't really see except in this scene here. The outers have done a great job of kind of running away from the inners and doing their own thing, which we'll talk about a bit later. But here we see Sailor Pluto Setsuna giving Amy advice on how to train herself and how to be a more efficient warrior. Amy is attacked by Fisheye. She starts to fall into the line of thinking that she is guilty for her parents' divorce and that she is to blame for the current state of her family. It also exposes how she feels kind of just like a side piece on the trio that is Usagi, Mamoru, and Chibiusa. She says this is what she envisions them saying: we don't need anything or anyone else. And I think a lot of the scouts share that feeling, like they're just not essential to kind of the main plan that exists with Usagi becoming Neo Queen Serenity. So Amy's dream moves from just I want to be a doctor to I want to be able to protect them, and them meaning all of her friends, her family. And I think she's learning that I am meant to be a Sailor Guardian. And that, yeah, there's self-sacrifice, but this is what I'm meant to do. Okay, now we're going to turn to Ray because she is the next to be attacked by the Dead Moon Circus. And it kind of struggles with her still figuring out her path. She feels like she's drawn to just be a priestess of her grandfather's shrine, but we learn soon that her mission is different. And of course she's not love-struck like Venus trying to find a husband. She originally says her dream is to take over Hikawa Shrine from Grandpa and become its head priestess. I'll just stay right here. Though a bit uncertain, I just had a feeling it was the natural thing to do. Everyone else has such a clear idea of what they want. She looks so much like Mamo in this panel. So interesting how alike they can look. Anyway, she sees herself in the Dead Moon Mirror Circus, and we learn that Ray's mom died when she was young and her dad is busy working. That's why she was just kind of shoved off to the shrine. Her says, I need to put my needs first, and I do secretly want a boyfriend, but she resists that. But the doubts are so strong that she's limited by what she can do to stop the Dead Moon Circus. We get to see the human-like forms of Phobos and Deimos, and they give Mars her crystal. It's interesting. Sailor Moon and Sailor Venus have Artemis and Luna, and she has her crows. So it's different, but she still has her kind of guidance through them. Also guided by Neptune, which I found interesting. It really only looks like Mother's Mind. She said her perfect keeps the channels wide open and should still find herself at the mercy of men. Draw a single string, tap across your head, move all your body and loose your killing arrow. So Mars gets her strength from the Outers, and we see how they did have some bonding time, even though it wasn't like actually in the book. And she learns that her desire is to be also a guardian. Okay, we're gonna move on to, here we go, Sailor Jupiter's desire. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so Chibiusa, who is like extremely in love with Helios at this point, has decided I need advice, and I'm going to talk to Mako-chan because she is the most level-headed and an expert on love. Mako gets her chance to go into this really cool herbal shop, which is run by one of the Dead Moon Circus heads. I forgot his name. And she gets a ring which allows those little anemone things to attack her. Okay, so she starts to doubt herself and kind of what her goal is. She's thinking about her dreams. I'd like to get married and create a happy household quickly, and then open a small flower shop and cake bakery. This part's a secret, but truthfully, I also want to grow up to be as pretty as Machuri-san and as strong as Haruka-san. And she doubts that she's really been achieving her dreams. Okay, forgetting the fact that they're like 14, they also have all this responsibility, which I think kind of isn't fair for the scouts. I feel like a lot of them just get overshadowed by Usagi. As much as I love Sailor Moon, I feel like I wish they would have gotten to kind of have their dreams and not just in the parallel manga. So here's her doubts coming to light. If I were to continue being a Sailor Guardian, there would continue to be battles, and maybe I'd never be able to realize these dreams that I've been hiding inside my heart. I keep thinking that the path that I'm currently on is wrong. She says, Yikes, what am I saying? So to me, these are her inner secrets, that she knows that being a scout is going to take over all of those dreams. It's going to surpass them, and it's going to become her priority. But is she happy with that? I don't think so. Okay, so we have Uranus, who pops up in her head and tells her, remember, your very own foe is your own weakness. You need to defeat that. And I don't really see it as a weakness, but that she has other dreams. But she says her number one dream is to become the strongest guardian and protect everyone I love. once again, that really helps Usagi, but what about their independent happiness? What do you guys think about that? Mamo-chan and Helios continue to just get sick and are essentially dying in this volume. And in the end, you do see that Sailor Moon has also been infected by this. Elysion about Queen Nehelenia, who is the next enemy they have to defeat, who is probably the most powerful and cunning of the enemies fought thus far. The last volume where Mamo was pushing her away, Usagi does not take no for an answer and says, look, we are a team and we need to stop fighting that no matter what happens. Through Venus being the first example that the girls just cannot transform. Their power has been absolutely limited. And this probably has to do with their doubts. Venus doubts her ability to lead the inners, and often compares herself to the outers and their superior abilities. That all of the outer scouts have been living as a happy family, raising Hotaru, who is a mysterious child who has been speedily growing since they have acquired her. The scouts have also been unable to transform and are filled with their own doubts about how necessary they are to the service of Princess Serenity, aka Sailor Moon, aka Neo Queen Neo Queen Serenity. But when Saturn awakens, they are restored. Human Artemis, or at least a hybrid version of Artemis for the first time, as he saves Sailor Venus, and she gets her crystal, making her able to transform. So there's the connection between the powers and now their companions, whether they are a pet or just someone integral to their lives. Here is that shot of Usagi getting infected or being infected with the black rose that will take over her heart. And now it's going to be up to Chibiusa and the inners and outers to save their king and queen. So we'll see how that goes.